Retro Meatball here. So a couple weeks ago, I had gotten this original Xbox kiosk for one of my buddies here locally. It's in really great shape. It does have, obviously, wear and tear. I mean, it is 18 years old, so it does have some faded paint on it, some scuff marks and whatnot. So if you remember my older videos, I had posted a Back from the Dead Xbox kiosk that I had restored. At the time I didn't do any videos, I just did photos, so I did make a little video about that. But I figured this would be a perfect opportunity to show you guys kind of what I did and what I'm going to do for this, and we'll just go from there. Alright, I hope you guys enjoy. Kind of what it looks like right now, how I got it. Majority of it is in great condition. Like I had stated, it does have a little bit of the faded paint. You can tell right here that it basically rubbed off. Some of the scuff marks right here. Let's see, the plexiglass does have the scuff marks, so I'll have to at least try to buff that out. And on each side, these little pillars right here, what happened was, I'm guessing when they moved it or whatnot, they pulled back on it, so they are going to need to be bent back. That right there, some little kid I guess wanted to tag on it or something, so I'll be sanding that. The base is in really good condition besides the front, which is little chip marks right here, so I'll be sanding all that and painting it as well. But other than that, I mean, everything else is going to be pretty good. You know, like I said, your typical little scuff marks. But yeah, so it ought to be fun. I don't think I'm going to be taking it fully apart like I did the other one over there, just because a lot of this is already in good condition. When I had received that one, that was just horribly tore up, so I figured I'd take that all apart. So this one won't be as bad, hopefully. We'll see if everything goes planned. It is missing the black back piece right here to cover these wires, which are not a big deal. I could just tuck them in and actually make a little back piece right there. But alright, let's get this all started, and hope you guys enjoy it. Alright, so if you see this right here, this is the power cord that goes all the way down through right here, through the hole in the base underneath, and that's obviously where you plug it in. So in order for me to actually take the main thing off, I can either lift it up and just lay it to the side and just have that cord out, but I do want to repaint the whole base, so what I'm going to have to do is just follow the cord up. And if you look back here, I unscrewed where the box is. Just follow the cord and basically undo. There should be 3 wires, the white, black, and green. So undo these cords and just run it back all the way through and pull it out, and that'll be able just to take off the actual kiosk itself. So let's do that real quick. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm marking where I'm pulling off. That way I kind of, obviously remember where it's going to go. So I'm going to mark that with the black. I'm going to mark the white right there. And then the green is going to go down to the ground, so I'll remember that. Alright guys, so I was thinking about it. It's probably best if I just end up taking the arms off. Unlike that one over there, I took off all this, the cover and stuff, but if I'm just literally spraying the front, all I have to do is, if you look underneath, there's going to be 4 screws holding the actual arms on, so I can take those off and the arms should just come right off. So let's get started on that.
Alright, so got that off.
Alright, so undo the wire right there, put that back up so it doesn't fall over, and just going to slowly feed it through this right here. Gotta do one at a time, or the whole thing comes off, not a big deal. And then these right here are just the clips to basically stick it onto right here, and that way you can put the cord in there so it's not in the way. So these just come right off. Alright, let's put that right there. Let's take this off because we don't need it. Alright guys, so here's a little update on the actual kiosk itself. I did go ahead and start painting this. My battery had died last night, so I just figured why not get it over with. So I had painted this. I do need to put one more clear coat on it. I wasn't going to paint this originally, but I did notice a couple scuff marks. I figured why not. So masked it off. Ended up doing a couple coats right there. Still got to put a couple clear coats on there. A lot of people don't realize that for this kiosk, the clear coat is a matte finish, so there's no gloss to it. So that kind of helps out a lot too, because I mean, that means I don't have to buff it and make it more shiny. But it's getting there. It's getting there, guys. Alright guys, so I did work on these a little bit earlier. I had to take off the front sticker in order to get to these bolts, in order to basically bend these back into shape. If you guys remember, they were bent out this way. So the only way to do it is without breaking this, because this is plastic, the cover, and then the back piece is metal. So the only way to do it without breaking the plastic is to take this off and have to basically hammer it down or bend it back. So that's what I did, and they came out nice. So I'm going to put the bolts back on, or the nuts, and put the sticker back on, and that should be ready to go. Alright guys, so I'm going to start painting now. You can see, sanded, basically scuffed it all up, got all the imperfections out that I can find. So start painting it. Hopefully it turns out good. Alright guys, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to the front acrylic piece. I did try to take a magic eraser to it earlier, but it didn't really do anything to it. So I'm going to try some of this Meguiar's Ultimate Compound. It should be okay on this because it's not going to be too gritty like a normal cutting compound. So I'll be using this, and also be using the applicator pad. So let's give it a shot. Alright guys, so I wasn't able to film it yesterday because my phone had died, but I did paint the base already. I did use the Rust-Oleum flat protective enamel for projects that I feel they're going to take a little bit more of a beating. I always use the Rust-Oleum. For just regular stuff, I use the Krylon. But as you can see, it came out really good. There's still a little bit of the chip marks and stuff like that you can see, but I didn't fill them because I feel like I didn't really care too much because it is just the base. So this is what it looks like right now. Alright guys, here it is, finally finished. Not too bad for about a day and a half worth of work. So I did end up swapping out the front side that was all scratched up and stuff for the back. I did take these off, sand them down, repaint them, and bend them back so they fit flushed. Same with this side. And then I did sand up everything right here, repaint it. If you guys remember, all here was basically just all faded and scratched up. Same right here, redid that. I did use the rubbing compound on the acrylic glass. I love the way it came out. There is a couple deep scratches right there, which I'm sure if I wet sand it and buff it out again, it'll come out. But right now, I mean, from how I originally got it, it looks amazing. And then the base itself, I mean, it looks amazing. It's just clean, not even faded anymore, which I'm sure eventually it's going to get back. But as of right now, looks great. And this side right here, this side did have a couple of the bigger scratches on it, which I was able to get out. But all in all, I mean, I love the way it came out. It's going to fit perfect with all the other ones. So give me a moment. I'm going to put them with the rest and see how it looks. That's it guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You know, it was very hard to try to work on it and try to record at the same time. That's why there's a couple clips missing. That and my phone died, so I wasn't able to show some of the painting that I did. But I hope you guys liked the video. Now I have to try to see where I need to put this somewhere in my game room / garage. I might have to move a couple things, but if you guys have any questions, just leave them in the comments. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. And just as always, keep gaming.